Haha, good day. Good day to you. I bet you didn't see me there. I'm Braggy, as always, and today we are here for another folk tale. And we all love folk tales on this channel. So, you may be saying to yourself, what is the folk tale called and where does it come from? Well, today's folk tale is called A Sunken Forest. And it's from the Alps, from the land of Austria. And you may have heard this tale already from the eminent Egil Thorson. Was hail Egil. Now, many years ago, in fact it was hundreds and hundreds of years, near the village of Kitzbühel, there used to stand a most magnificent forest, a most splendid forest, a forest that everybody talked about and loved. And one day, there were these two peasants who were, they was arguing over who owned the forest. One peasant said, "Oh, I own that forest, it's mine." And the other peasant, being a bit shorter, he said, "No, it's my forest actually, I own that forest." And for some time, both these men argued about who was the legal owner, until it eventually caught and found its way into the courts. Of course, we all have to thank the Vikings for law. And, well, these two peasants found themselves having to have the case heard by the local magistrate. And, well, one of the peasants, he had a bit of coin. And he actually bribed the magistrate to find favour in his stead. And so that he was awarded the land, the forest. And this is what happened. The magistrate found in favour of the man who bribed him, and he was now the owner. But the other man, and I guess if it was you, you would not be happy if you just lost a forest that you own because another man had bribed the local lawman. And he wasn't very happy, and for weeks and months he went round grumbling, "Oh, that's my forest, and that guy, he bribed that magistrate, and I lost the forest." And time went past, and we all know about rumours and how people like to gossip. And eventually, the man who now owned the forest, who bribed the official, heard about this. And on hearing the constant complaining of the poor injured man, for the man who had lost the forest, it made him very poor, and he had hardly no coin. One day, both parties were walking down an old road, until eventually they met each other on the road. And the man called out, who won the forest, "Whoa, them by the devils! Keep on crying," he said. "If I have unlawfully gained the forest, may it sink 1,000 metres, 3 leagues beneath the ground." And he spoke those words. Then suddenly, within the silence of the wild, there came a loud thundering noise. And these words were barely out of his mouth when this ginormous thundering happened. And what do you think that thundering sound was? And no, you may be thinking, was it thunder? It was not, for it was a massive earthquake. And this earthquake came with a fearful thunderstorm. And the majestic, the magical, superb forest sank beneath his feet. and the black waves of water rolled over it and sank the forest deep into the earth until it was never seen again. And though very deep at sea the lake is that is now there, it is certain that all kind of weather forms trees and clearly can be seen down below. And where this lake is, you can see the stumps at the end of the tale. Now, what is this tale about? To me, it has the theme of the land. It explains why a forest disappeared. But let's face it, there we all are, 1,000 years ago, sitting in our longhouse, and we may be often used to the land around us, and the land even further away. And let's say you was on a road one day, a road you knew, and the forest that you walked past many occasions was no longer there, but a lake. Or perhaps it's been deforested, and the wood used. How would you explain that? And you can see the understanding of this folk tale, and a very interesting folk tale it is. We all know on this channel that we like folk tales. So, what do you think? What are your thoughts on this folk tale? Do you have any suggestions for folk tales we can tell to you? After all, we do like the interaction between our fans and our subs and ourselves. It is very important to us. And so, until the next time we meet again, I have to go and drain this magical water. It is goodbye. But, before you go, if you are new, then please consider subscribing to the channel. After all, by subscribing, you'll help to feed 2 Vikings. Goodbye. And in the wise words of the Anglo-Saxons, Ik thank ye thee, I thank you.